Hello everyone, today I am going to show you how to make this rose bookmark. This is a very simple project. I will show you how to make this. So to make this I am using red and green color yarns. Both of these are acrylic yarns. Red is for the petals and green is for the sepals. So let's get started and let's see how this is made. First, to begin with, you'll need to make a slip knot. To make a slip knot, wrap the yarn around your first two fingers to form an X. Hold this intersection. You'll get a loop. Bring the working yarn through that loop. This is your slip knot. Once you get your slip knot, then you will have to make 23 chain stitches. To make a chain stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. So here we got 3 chain stitches. You can see there is a V, that is one chain stitch. Exclude this loop on your hook. These are 3 chain stitches. So like this you will need to make 20 more chain stitch. In total we will need 23 chain stitches. So I will make 23 chain stitches and I will meet you at the end of this round. So here we have 23 chain stitches. So now let's start with our round 1. This is your foundation chain. Now we are going to start with our round 1. You will need to skip 3 chain stitches from the hook, and into the 4th chain you will need to make 3 double crochet. So to make a double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook into the 4th chain from the hook, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops. So this is your first double crochet. Like this you will need to make 2 more double crochet into the same stitch. In total you will need 3 double crochet in one stitch. 2, 3. So here we have got our 3 double crochets, and this is the chain 3 that we skipped. Into the next stitch you will need to do a slip stitch. To make a slip stitch, insert your hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop. You have 2 loops on your hook, pull the hook through the second loop only. 3 double crochet and 1 slip stitch. Into the next stitch you don't have to work anything, you just skip the next stitch and again to the following stitch you will make 3 double crochet. So that is a pattern of this round. You make 3 double crochet into one stitch, slip stitch into the next, and again skip the next stitch. Again you make 3 double crochet into one stitch, slip stitch into the next, and skip the next stitch. Here we are at the last round. Always make sure that the last chain will have a slip stitch. For this round, the last chain will be having a slip stitch. Your work might spiral like this, but don't worry, we'll straighten it up. So hope this round is clear for you. We have made 3 double crochet, and into the last chain we are making a slip stitch. So this is how your half of your petals will look like. You will have total of 7 of this bumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So now let's move on to the next round. For the next round you will need to make 2 chains. 1, 2. So now you are working on these stitches that are on top of your last round. Not this side, you are working on this stitches. So round 2, what you have to do is, after making 2 chains, you will need to make a double crochet into the first stitch. It will be a bit hard to enter your hook into the first stitch because that was a slip stitch of the previous round. So make sure you don't miss that stitch, and let's make one double crochet into that stitch. Into the next stitch, make 2 double crochets. 1, 2. Into the next stitch, make 1 more double crochet. Insert your hook, pull up a loop. Yeah. So you made 1 double crochet in the first stitch, 2 double crochet in the next stitch. Again you made 1 double crochet in the third stitch. Now you make 2 chain stitches, 1, 2. And into the last stitch, this is your last stitch, into your last stitch of the previous round, make a slip stitch. Insert your hook, pull up a loop, pull through the second loop only. So here is your first petal. I will make 1 more petal with you. So here are our stitches from the last round. Hope this is visible to you. Here are the stitches of the last round. Into the first stitch, you will need to make 1 double crochet. Like I said before, it will be a bit difficult to enter that stitch with your hook because that was a slip stitch. Slip stitches are always tight, which is why there is a bit difficulty to enter this round. So do 1 double crochet into the first stitch, 2 double crochets into the next stitch, 1, 2. Again do 1 double crochet into the next stitch, then do 2 chain stitches and then slip stitch into the last stitch. So here is your 2 petals like this. I'll make 5 more petals and I'll meet you at the end of this round. So here we have done 6 petals. We are on to the last petal of this round. Into the first stitch, which is a slip stitch of the last round, make 1 double crochet. Into the next stitch, you will have to make 2 double crochets. 2. Into the next stitch, again make 1 double crochet followed by 2 chains, and into the last stitch, you will have to make a slip stitch. Because this is acrylic yarn, I understand it's a bit difficult to see the stitches on video, but once you start doing, you'll find it very easy. So here we have all the 7 petals. Now just pull out the yarn and cut out. Make sure to cut out a long thread because we need this to sew in our flower. So cut a long thread. Here is your flower. Once you get your flower, once you get all your petals, first thing you have to do is you will have to hide in this short end, which is the tail end, because we don't need that anymore. We only need the long thread that we cut off to sew in our petals. So insert your thread in a yarning needle and just insert into a couple of stitches and then cut it off. So here are 7 petals. Now what you need to do is you will have to fold it. You can either fold it tightly or loosely, that's up to you. I'm folding it not so tight and not so loose. Here it is. Here is your rose flower. Now all you have to do is insert this end into a yarning needle and sew it up. So here I'm happy with the way my rose flower turned out. So I'm just cutting off the remaining yarn. Now let's move on to the sepals. To make the sepals, first you will need to make a magic ring. To make a magic ring, wrap the yarn around your first two fingers, insert the hook under the first strand, hold the second strand with your hook and pull it through. So this is your magic circle. There are a lot of ways to make a magic circle. You can find different ways on YouTube. This is the way how I like to make my magic circle. Once I made my magic circle, I'll put a chain 1 so that this is locked. So now what you have to do is you'll need to make 5 single crochets into this magic circle. You'll need to make 5 single crochets into this magic circle. To make a single crochet, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both the loops. So this is your first single crochet. Like this, I'm making 4 more single crochets. Totally you'll need 5 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. After making 5 single crochet, just pull this tail end to close this round. Next round is a single crochet increase in every stitch. So you'll need to find your neck a first single crochet of the last round. To find your first single crochet, it's always better to start from here, or either you can count backwards, or in the previous round when you did your first single crochet, you could have put a stitch marker on your first stitch to find it. So since I had not put my stitch marker, I'm just counting it 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. This is my first single crochet. Inserting into the first single crochet of the previous round, of the first round, is the most difficult part of crocheting according to me. So yeah, here I have inserted my hook. Now you'll need to make a single crochet increase, which is 2 single crochets in every stitch. 1, 2. Like this, you'll need to make 2 single crochet each in every stitch. Totally you'll need 10 single crochets. So here we have made 10 single crochets. Now what you have to do is you need to slip stitch into the first single crochet of the last round, of this round, sorry. Insert your hook, pull up a loop, pull through the second loop. So you have made 5 single crochet in the first round and a single crochet increase, which is total 10 single crochet in the second round. Next round, round 3, which is also the last round of this sepal part, you have to make 5 chain stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here you have made 5 chain stitches. Skip the first chain from the hook. Into the second chain, make a slip stitch. Insert your hook, pull up a loop. There are 2 loops. Pull through the second loop. Into the next chain, which is the third chain from the hook, again make 1 more slip stitch. So skip the first chain and into the second and third chains make 1 slip stitch each. Into the next chain make a single crochet. Into the last chain make 1 half double crochet. To make a half double crochet, yarn over, insert the hook, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all the 3 loops. Then what you have to do is you will need to skip the next stitch. Skip the next stitch and then slip stitch into the next. Here it is. I'll do one more with you. First, you'll need to make 5 chain stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After making 5 chain stitches, you will need to slip stitch into the second and third chain from the hook. You will skip the first chain from the hook and then slip stitch into the second and third chain from the hook. Into the fourth chain, you will make a single crochet. Into the fifth chain, you will make a half double crochet. You will slip the next stitch and slip stitch into the next stitch. Since this yarn is acrylic, it's a bit difficult to find the stitches. So here is a second branch or whatever you call this. So in total you will need 5 of this. I will meet you at the end of this round. So here I have made 5 of this. Now you can either cut a short tail end or a long tail end depending upon how you are going to fix your rose flower. Here I am planning to fix it with a hot glue gun. Which is why I am cutting a short thread. If you are planning to sew this sepal with your petals, then please make sure you cut a long thread. I am cutting a small thread only because I am planning to glue it up instead of sewing. This also looks like a star, doesn't it? Here it is. This is how it will look. Hide this extra yarns. So now let's move on to the leaf and chain. To make the leaf and chain, first you'll need to make a slip knot. Hope everybody knows how to make a slip knot. I'm not repeating myself. After making a slip knot, you will have to make 9 chain stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. After you make 9 chain stitch, you will need to skip the first stitch from the hook. This is the first stitch from the hook. Skip that stitch and into the next stitch, make a single crochet. Into the next stitch, make a half double crochet. Into the next stitch, make 1 double crochet. Into the next stitch, you will need to make 2 treble crochet. To make a treble crochet, yarn over twice. Insert the hook, pull up a loop. You got 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. Yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops. Yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. This is how you make a treble crochet. You will need to make 1 more treble crochet into the same stitch. After you make 2 treble crochet, into the next stitch make 1 double crochet. Into the next stitch make a half double crochet, into the next stitch make a single crochet, and into the last stitch make a slip stitch. Insert your hook, make a slip stitch into the last stitch. So one side of your leaf is done. Now let's move on to the next side. So you have slip stitched into the last stitch. Leave it as it is. Make 1 chain, and into the first stitch do a single crochet. Hold this yarn tail also so that you don't have to weave it in later. Into the next stitch make 1 half double crochet. Into the next stitch make 1 double crochet. You're just mirroring the opposite side. Into the next stitch make 2 treble crochets, one, two. Into the next stitch again make 1 double crochet, into the next stitch make 1 half double crochet, and into the last stitch make 1 single crochet. So here it is, your leaf part is done. To close this round, find the first stitch of the opposite side and make a slip stitch. Here it is, here is your leaf. Now what you have to do is, you have to make some chain stitches. There is no particular number because these chains are going to be the length or the height of your book. If you need the bookmarker for this book, then you'll need to, your leaf should be outside and you'll need to make chains till here. Okay, so there is no particular number. It will depend on the height of your book. After making chains, just make sure to measure your book and the chains you made so that you'll get an idea of how many more chains you need to finish this round. Please make sure when you measure, the leaf should be outside the book. See, the chains are reaching the top. So that's the amount of chains I'm making. Now make sure to cut a long thread because you'll need to sew in your flower sepal with this leaf and chains. Just pull it to tighten it. Here we have reached to the last part of this project. So first what you have to do is, you have to insert this tail end to a yarning needle. Find the middle part of the sepal, which is the magic circle. go through another stitch, again come back through another stitch. So go through a couple of stitches forward and backward to attach this properly. Now the sepal and the chains are attached. As a last step, just go through one of the chains, which the first chain, and make a knot. Just go through the first chain, pull this up. Here you have got a circle, insert the needle through that circle and then tighten it. Now the sepal and the chains are attached properly. Now all you have to do is put some glue here in this middle part and attach your flower. So here I have used some hot glue and attached the sepals to the petals. You can also, if you want it to be like this properly, then you can also use some glue on these branches and attach, but I'm leaving it as it is. Hope you like this video. If you make one of this for yourself, please let me know in the comments how it turned out. And yeah, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.